Another school bus driver in this state is in trouble with the law tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Darren Kramer.
And I'm Ann Craig. Police say that DATTCO bus driver was selling heroin right out of his Manchester home. And even though he's been pulled off the road by the bus company, tonight, parents that we spoke to are very concerned. News 8's Bob Wilson live tonight in Hartford with more on this developing story. Bob?
It really is still ongoing right now. We're still finding out a lot of the details. Police themselves saying they had to move up the investigation once they found out he was a bus driver and allegedly dealing heroin. They wanted to get him off the streets as quickly as possible. Police say he drove for crack. He drove for DATTCO, students to and from CREC, Capital Regional Education Council, which has schools all over the area. So we're still trying to figure out exactly which schools he was dropping off to and picking up from. In the meantime, parents, police, just shocked by what they found. Police say they found a South Windsor school bus driver at the center of a major heroin ring operating out of Manchester, Vernon, and South Windsor. Jorge Aviles drives a bus for DATTCO. When they raided his apartment, police say they found a drug factory, 240 bags of heroin, cash, and a gun, along with more heroin at another home in Vernon. Also arrested, Ashley Birdsong. Agents from the East Central Drug Task Force had the bus driver under surveillance, and when they realized he was a school bus driver, they moved in quickly.
He was heading to work, right. He was heading to the school bus company when they stopped him and executed the search warrants on both himself and the apartments where he lived in.
And he had a gun on him at that time?
He did.
Now, I did talk to some neighbors who live downstairs and across the hall from 3D. They say they're surprised. They were kind of scratching their head, and they didn't really have a response. They seemed kind of tongue-tied when told about the 240 bags of heroin found upstairs.
When they executed the search warrants, there were three young children in one of the apartments. So they were charged, both were charged with the risk of injury to a minor.
DATTCO released this statement, quote, "At no time were our student passengers or employees at risk due to this driver's off-duty behavior. No indications that this driver engaged in any illicit activities were present at any time during his employment. The driver has been placed on unpaid administrative leave pending investigation." Last week, Farmington police arrested Tammy Costello, who drives for a different bus company. She allegedly drove kids to school drunk. She was 3 times over the legal limit. A driver arrested for drunk driving, now heroin.
I have 3 kids myself, so you think about that. They're on the school bus every day. There's nothing you can do about that, and it scares you to think about. It's not a pleasant thought.
Now, that parent and others told us they're very grateful for the police acting as quickly as they did to get him off the street. And we do have a follow-up from DATTCO. DATTCO says they tell us that they complied fully with all safety regulations and he didn't have anything in his background to indicate this. We did a background check ourselves and couldn't find any priors. So police say they will move this case forward into the court system. I'm Bob Wilson reporting live in Hartford, News 8.